because I can't remember where I put it. Interview chat. Boom. There it is.
There we
You guys
go.
have questions. If you're hanging out, make sure you share this bad boy out. We are on Facebook. We are on YouTube. We are on Twitter. Elon Musk owned Twitter. Are you on Twitter much?
I just release whenever I release my episodes. I release them on Twitter.
That's pretty much it. So you don't like really like
That's about it.
interact with people or anything?
I don't really tweet. No,
Yeah.
not really.
It's not, I don't know.
I've never been a tweeter. No,
You never been a twit?
tweeter. Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
Twit,
Whatever they
twat,
call it.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, my friend, what's been going on, man? You just got done with an interview, huh?
Oh yes, actually, I just finished doing the live. I've transitioned to live now. My shows are live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday now.
Yeah. We're going to have to fire this up on your platform sometime because we should just do it, go back and forth.
We can definitely do that. Let me know. I'll more than be happy to share.
Because yours goes to your YouTube channel, not mine, right? So we got to share the glory.
Yeah, but you send me the episodes, so I upload them. So.
Oh, you put them up there too.
Yeah,
very nice. Yeah. So I did an interview this morning, and that'll be coming out on Monday. What I've been doing is I've been doing a solo episode on Wednesday. So I'll drop a solo episode on Wednesday, just like a 10-minute me talking like I normally talk on like other platforms, the little short form content.
Yeah.
And I was talking about a situation that I had this morning with a family member who was comparing himself to someone else. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? It's like, I have never said that you were like that person. I have never said that there's like, my response to him was like, what are you talking about, dude? Why are you wasting your time? Because we had a conversation yesterday, and then he all of a sudden took it as I was calling him this. And I'm like, no.
Maybe that's just how he felt. Maybe that was how he's just feeling.
Yeah, it's weird though.
We can't. I don't know. It's just funny because it's just a lot of shit. You can't take how. I guess it was just his problem.
That's what I'm saying. Like
it was just his problem. Yeah.
Because I didn't say it. Like, I mean, that's the problem that I always have. Like, and this is one of the things that I've always noticed. And, I have people in my life who deal with addiction problems, which is a whole nother story in itself. And I grew up, and I don't know about, I mean, we could talk about that too, but like my childhood was very sheltered. I lived out in the middle of the country. We could go out in our backyard and shoot shotguns, and, we could disc the field. We had like 6 acres. We'd go out and chop wood. We could do all these things that you do like in the outdoors. And my parents just kind of kept us sheltered. They didn't, like we knew that there were bad people in this world, or not. I don't even know if they're bad people, but like there's people who are addicted to drugs. There's people who are into crime life. There's like all these things that we weren't exposed to.
Yeah.
So you grow up thinking that that's not something that is normal, right? But then as I've gotten older, I've realized that there's a lot of people in my life who are involved in those types of things that I was not. And so it gets a little different, right? Because I think the first time I was ever really around like marijuana was when I was 18 and I was down visiting my cousin, and he was in the garage smoking it all the time. And I never smoked it myself, which I don't have a problem if you do, but that was the first time I was ever exposed to it, right?
Yeah.
So as that happens, I start to have family members who are on the wrong side of the law sometimes. And I'm just like, this is just really weird. This is not how things happen. But then you start to talk to other people, and
some of us come from a life of people, gangsters. Like,
yeah,
like my brothers are gangsters. They hustlers. And that's what I grew up seeing.
Yeah, exactly.
That life wasn't not weird to me. It was normal. The life I was used to seeing. Yeah, it was normal life to me.
Yeah,
growing up where I grew up at, but that doesn't make me who I am.
No, exactly. That was the other thing that I was talking about. Like, your circumstances do not define you. That's all there is to it, right?
Yeah.
You had to make the choice.
Yeah, choice if I was going to go down that path and go down the route that they went. but seeing the path that the rap, seeing what they went through, kind of like helped me decide, like, yeah, no, that's not the way I want to go, because I'm not built for prison.
Right, exactly. Me neither. I'm good. I'm good.
So
That's a
yeah,
good way to
no,
put it. I'm not built for
yeah,
prison.
I'm not built for prison. No, no,
I hope
not
none
at
of us
all.
are.
You'd be amazed, though. You'd be amazed.
Hey, so
But
how
yeah,
old did you say you were? I want to kind of put this into context in my mind.
how old am
Yeah,
I?
sorry.
Really gonna
Is
do
it
that?
okay to ask
No.
you?
Yeah, it's cool. I don't have no shame, man. I'm 46. So
46. Okay, so we're close. I'm 42. So you were a senior when I was a freshman. So
yeah,
we're kind of that. I'm Gen X. People call me Gen X
we're Gen
adjacent.
X. We're
Yeah,
Gen X. Yeah.
I agree. I'm Gen X. But like if you look at the chart, the stupid chart could start in 19. I was born in 1980, and it could be 79 or it could be 81. It's like
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever.
I
Hey.
grew up out in the middle of nowhere. My parents didn't watch me. We did whatever the hell we wanted. I mean, they left us alone watching ourselves, and it was like no big deal. I think the first bad thing I ever did was watch Terminator 2 when it came out. It was rated R. My parents wouldn't let me watch it. Sheltered life for sure.
Now, for me, it's like my aunts actually ran a video store, and I was the official tester for movies and stuff. So I saw all types of movies. The only thing they really wouldn't let me see was X-rated movies,
Yeah.
but like scary movies, everything. I've seen. I've seen so many movies in my lifetime.
It's
People
funny
would be
you
they
talk about
laugh.
that they don't let you see the X-rated movies. You remember how that was? Because like some of the people who are listening to this or watching this are not going to know what it was like to walk into Blockbuster or to walk into Hollywood Video or whatever and have that little room in the corner that you could go in and you could get that stuff.
Yeah, but for me it was more like mom and pop video stores, and they had the little corner thing where it had like the beaded curtains coming down, and
Yeah,
you can't come
exactly.
into
That's what I'm talking about. So like I didn't have any. They didn't. I vividly remember the video store in Ontario, Oregon, where I grew up, and there was like a brown curtain. Like you'd walk behind
Mm.
the brown curtain. That's where it was. But then they got these other places. Like they used to have like the magazines, right? So like you'd have magazines in there and stuff, and then they'd have the little like they'd have Playboy in there, but it'd have like a little black thing over the top of it, so you
Over
could
it.
just see
Yeah,
that. You could just see it said
yeah,
Playboy, but you couldn't see.
yeah. You can see the Playboy itself,
Yeah,
the Playboy
exactly.
model itself. Yeah,
Yeah, that used to be the way that you had to see that stuff. Now it's like just pull it up on your phone, no big
not just
deal.
putting. Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
it's a different
Pornhub.
world.
Yeah, there you go. I'm like, okay.
Oh man, yeah. So you grew up
Oh,
in New
wait.
York, right?
Yes, I did. New York
So
City.
what is here's the deal. So I was born in California, but you always think about the West Coast, East Coast, like, and you'd mentioned gangs a little bit. Have you ever been around any West Coast gangsters? Are they a little bit meaner than the East Coast ones, or what's the situation
No,
there?
not really. I've never been to I've been to Vegas. I mean, I say I've been to Vegas, but I've never been to Cali, so I don't know.
Really?
But
You never been in California?
never been to Cali.
That's okay. I've never been to New York, so I mean, I can understand that. It's like I need to get. I feel like you got to go to the East Coast at some point because that's where everything started. You got to like
I
go
bet you,
see
I
that
bet
stuff.
you, oh, but you're a hip hop head. That's different though. For
Yeah,
people
but
who
no,
don't
I
know,
mean, I
but
mean,
people
like
who
in
don't know you, but
general.
but I'm saying, but you being a hip hop head in general itself too, because you are a hip hop head.
Yeah,
People might not know that about you, but Wes is a hip hop head, and so
I like it. I like it all. But you know what? Yeah, that's the real shit right there. Like freaking, you don't get like Biggie Smalls and Tupac and all those guys. That
nah,
those guys are gone, rest of their souls. But I'll tell you what, they are the original rapper. They don't have real rappers anymore. I mean, if I had to like pick someone who was like a good rapper right now that's still alive, maybe like Tech Nine. Dr. Dre's still alive, I guess. I mean,
well, Tech Nine is an acquired taste. Sometimes
yeah, yeah,
he can be raw, but not. But no, you're right. There's not, to me. I grew up in the era of lyricists. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying, so I had Pac, Biggie, Jay, 50, DMX,
yeah.
Jada Kids. You have all these lyricists come up, and now it's just more about, I don't know. To me,
Mumble
they're a
rap is
little
what
bit,
they call it.
yeah. But the kids love it. So
I
who am
don't
I
know
to
why.
judge it?
I
Who
know.
am I to judge it? Because I remember my parents or my mom and the older generation making fun of. my hip hop.
Yeah. This is like my
So
parents. So like my parents are classic rock, right? You know, they're listening to freaking Ozzy Osbourne, and then like
yeah,
even like Bread, like the Beatles, and you're like sitting there going, "This stuff's crap," and then you're listening to Metallica, and they're like, "This guy is crazy." You know, it's like now Metallica's mellow.
yeah. So yeah. So it's always, music is always going to be generational.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always going to be generational. But then there's those songs that transcend generations.
Yep.
So yeah,
It's a pretty cool thing. You know, I know you do the radio thing, and I started doing a or every other week radio show on this station head app, which is pretty basic. You can use like you can attach it to your Apple Music or Spotify, and then you can play music. And a friend of mine and myself are doing it. It's called Motivational Music Hour, and we do it every other week. And we both come with 3 songs, and then we talk about how they're like motivational. So like when you're talking about lyricists and meaning behind what they're saying, like there's a lot of rock bands that are that way, even the rappers still too. Like you think about the things that they're saying and what they're relating them to, and going back to that, and that's really what's important to me. I don't A beat is nice, but to have some meat
some
behind it is
lyrics. Yeah,
awesome. Yeah.
definitely, definitely. But okay, so one thing we can touch on, because we're supposed to be a monthly podcasting tips.
Yeah, we can
So
stop bullshit now. We can start talking about the nitty gritty.
so one of the things we can start discussing is, why is it that why do you want to start your podcast? What is your reasoning for wanting to start a podcast?
Yeah.
Like, is it do you want it just to be a hobby? Or is it going to be something that you're going to do once a month, twice a month? Or is it something that you feel like this is what you want to do?
Yeah, the reason why you want to do it. So it's funny that you bring this up because I was thinking about this. So as I'm working through, there's a couple things. We have a mutual friend of ours is making me a website, and we're working through that, and we're almost there. But there's things that I started to think about as I was trying to expand on YouTube and things like that, and like the SEO stuff and all that. And one of the things that brought up was like the why, like you're talking about. What is your
Yeah.
mission? What is your mission statement? Someone asked me, and I'm like, what the hell? What do you mean? What is my mission statement?
Yeah, like someone hit me with that not that long ago either, and I'm like, you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
Like,
you have to have
whatever you just said to
direction.
me, you made sense to me.
It's weird, isn't it?
so but it led me to realizing that I want to go into coaching.
Coach, yep.
It's
What
made
kind
me
of
realize that
coaching? Like what we're doing
that's
here,
that's the
or like
thing. That's the
more?
thing. More into, probably more into in-depth coaching. Like this is just showing me that I can do it. This is like
Yep.
helping prepare me to eventually go into coaching full time to help people.
Right.
And I've been speaking with someone recently about taking their course in coaching and all that. And for me, it's like, it's crazy because I just did an episode Monday, right? Or was it Tuesday? It was one of these days. I think it was Monday, and it was Monday. The person I had on, she's a fellow podcaster, right? But
Uh-huh.
she only strictly does audio, and we actually had a great conversation. And she goes, at one point, she goes, "I want to applaud you for doing video, da 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 da." And I'm waiting till I get it perfect and I'm ready to do it. And I go, why? I
You
said,
know what I
why are
think
you
about that
waiting?
statement?
No, and I broke it down for her. I said, why are you waiting? Well, tell
Yeah.
me real seriously, why are you waiting? She said, oh, because I want it to be perfect. I go, there's no perfection. It's
Yeah.
not gonna happen. It's
We
not gonna happen.
I feel like we
I
talked
said,
about this last time is like
you
perfection is
probably
something.
have.
Yeah. But and no, I'm not like saying let's not talk about. What I'm saying is like, yeah, we talked about this.
No, no,
You
no, and
you
that's what I'm saying.
yeah. You
To me,
cannot expect to be
gotta
perfect
start.
because it's never
Yeah,
gonna happen.
not gonna happen.
Nope.
And I told her that, and it broke. And she was like, and I ended up coaching her through the episode.
Hmm.
Not coaching her through the episode. I mean, just being able to sit down and coach her.
Yeah.
And that episode, it was something. It's crazy because I had seen her on Jeff Villa. We had a international podcast day event,
Uh-huh.
and she was one of the shows. And I saw her show, and something inside of me was like, I need to have her on my show.
Hmm.
something was like, yo, you need to have her on the show. And I reached out to her. It worked out, and she came on the show. And by the end of the show, we found the reason why she had to be on my show.
Oh man, you're a
It
counselor
was
now, are you? You're a
it
counselor.
was it was, but the thing was, she benefited from it, and I
Right.
benefited from it. She benefited because she got the coaching that she needed. She got the message that she was supposed to receive from that interview,
Yep.
and I got validation that, dude, you can do this.
Well, the thing
You
is
can,
this is like I'm a teacher. Like I used to be a teacher, right? Like I haven't
yeah,
taught for 3 years, but that's what my degrees are in is education.
yeah,
And you try to tell someone like you can't really teach someone if you haven't practiced it. And your
yeah.
form of practice is what you just did. By practicing the coaching portion of that, you're telling her what worked for her. You're basically reliving what you've already done, which is what
Hmm.
makes something in your mind like permanent, right? Like it makes it better
Yeah.
for you. It makes it something that you remember. And then the
It
next
makes it
time
so
you get
much
to,
easier to. It makes it so easier to teach someone else because you've already experienced it. You've experienced that's what I was trying to break it down. So it
yeah,
was like it's not going to be perfect until you start
yeah,
because you're not going to know what you need improvement on. You're not going to know what you need to do if you're not attempting it. You're already failing by not attempting it. You already put yourself behind the eight ball by not giving it a shot because you're not going to know what is it that, okay, I don't like the way I do this. Maybe I switch it up, or maybe I won't say that next time.
yeah.
It takes you to really sit down and do it.
Yeah, and it's funny because the thing is like you can sit there and you can say I'm not going to do it and I'm not going to do it, but you know really what it takes is you and I hopped on here. We knew we were going to do it, and I hit that go live button, and now we're live. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, we got one person it looks like who's watching, and I don't know where they're at, but we got one person watching right now, which is that's one person. But who knows who's going to watch this video
later
further
on today.
along?
Yeah,
But push the button. Don't be afraid. It doesn't even have to do with podcasting. It just has to do with life in general. If you have something you want to do, push the button.
don't don't let anyone tell you you can't do it.
Yeah. And that's the
How
problem is
how
like
you
we worry, like we go, so we were talking about comparison, like comparing yourself to someone else in the beginning here. And it just goes along with that, right? Like, so if we sit here and we compare ourselves to this is what Wise and West are doing, I can't do that. I don't have that microphone. I don't have that gifted gab. I don't have the headphones. I don't have this. I don't have that. You can find so many reasons why you can't do something based on what someone else is doing and never do it.
absolutely.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I agree with you 100%. And to touch on that, I don't try to compare myself to anyone.
Hmm.
I don't compare myself to anyone. You're not my competition, Wes.
Yeah. I mean, we
You're
talked
not.
about there is so much pie here. You don't have to, and I that's something that like I'm working through with myself is because even like in my day job, the things that I'm doing, like I will be fine. Sorry, my son's over there. My wife's just getting my son, and he's just staring at me talking. This is the makeshift studio. So here's another thing. Like, right, this is we're talking about. Here's this makeshift studio that I have. I have to either use this makeshift studio or not podcast. What's the choice I'm going to make? I'm going to do it, and then I'm going
You're
to figure out
gonna
a
use
way
the
to make it
makeshift
happen.
studio. Yeah.
Exactly. So
I listen. This studio right here is a makeshift studio. This is my spare bedroom right here.
yeah,
There's things that I'm gonna eventually work and make it much better than what it is. But if I didn't have this, I couldn't do what I'm doing.
right. I mean,
So you gotta
I
start
feel like
somewhere.
there's so many excuses, and then like you said, you could compare yourself to me, but we're not competition because the fact of the matter is that how many podcasts are there out there? How many podcasters are there like you and me that have been doing this for the amount of time that we're doing and continuing to go because we were the other people are
Not
expecting I'm going to do 2 episodes and I'm going to be famous.
not no. They've probably given up after seven
Yep.
or eight when they realize how. Again, this is crazy because everybody's talking about, oh, it's such saturated. 2.5 million podcasts. Yes, but not even half of them are active. That's the problem. Is people see, oh yeah, I'm gonna do a podcast. They started and realize that this is not easy. This is a lot of work.
Yep.
They don't, especially if you don't do your research and you don't find out where to get an RSS feed, what platform works for you, are you gonna edit it, or are you gonna just upload it the way you record it?
Yep.
There's all these different things that you start learning, and start learning about descriptions, SEO. One something you discussed just a few minutes ago.
Yeah. Freaking SEO. I hate it.
Doing doing
It's so
descriptions,
necessary.
doing all these things to help you grow your podcast. People just think that you're gonna just show up and record and I'm gonna become famous.
Yep.
Not gonna happen.
That's what. So we were talking about SEO a second ago, and I think that that's one of the things that I'm really working on right now. Like I have people working on it for me because I just can't. If we're trying to grow somewhere and you're trying to grow like on YouTube, it's SEO, and TikTok has gone to SEO stuff, and it's like you got to figure out the right keywords and how to get in front of the right audience. But Brandy pulled up I don't know if it's SoundCloud. What's the chart or not Chartable? There's a couple different ones, and like my podcast, the top 2%. So if you, like you said, if there's that many podcasts and I'm on the top 2%, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Because some of them are not active, like you said. Like I have a friend that I interviewed on the podcast in the first season, 3 years ago, and he had really good podcast, really good radio voice, but he doesn't release episodes anymore. It's like you can give up or you can keep waiting. The hardest part, I think, is patience. Like having that patience to be able to weather the storm, right?
Yeah. Because eventually you're gonna get to the point where it they're not gonna be able to hold you back. They're
Right.
not. It's not. Your content is gonna. It's being consistent. It's being just keep doing it and going and just record, because eventually someone's gonna find you and share your content.
Yep.
And you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be like, where the hell did I get all those downloads from?
Exactly.
Or where did I get all those numbers from? Where did that come from? And it's because you've been consistent. People's been sharing, and you have a great fan. You have a great audience, man. Like Cece, she's amazing.
Yeah.
She's reached out to me. I was supposed to work with her on showing her how to do Audacity,
Mm-hmm.
but something came up. But you have people who, when you go live on Facebook, they're promoting your stuff. They're like, "Hey, Wes is live. Come check
Yeah.
him out." You have moderators. You have people who are actually helping you grow.
We're building. So this is my whole thought on this whole situation, and it's always been this way. As long as you've known me, this has always been in the back of my mind, and I've tried to do it a couple times with the Independent Entertainment Network and with the Shaping Success Network. And what I'm trying to do is to build a community of people that want to work together towards the same common goal, and not be competition, but be a unit to work together. And that's where we're going, with my SWC Facebook group. That was where it started. And the group's
Yeah,
not huge yet, but it will be. And like if I go on TikTok, who did this with you? You're 20 away from 1,000, and we just start shouting it out. Hey, follow Wise, follow Wise, follow Wise. And then like I
yeah,
start sharing it, and I start pulling in the Success Warrior crew, the SWC. And then I've done this a couple times. It's like they'll come in and they'll be like, follow. They're 10 away or whatever. Let's get them to 1,000, because everyone should be able to go
yeah,
live on TikTok. I think it's bullshit that they can't, but that's what you got to do. So it's one of those boxes you got to check. But having those people in your corner, that believe in you, helps you
yeah.
100%.
And that's one of the reasons I started going live Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, because the audience interaction,
Yep.
that right there made me realize that's what I was missing from my show, was
Yeah.
that audience interaction, to be able to see their comments in real live time, and to actually share their comments, because now it makes them a part of the show. So now it's their show as well.
Yep. And
And so
that's
yeah,
important. That's the thing. That's getting them to interact. And I like that. I wish I had more time, because I would do, like this morning, I did the episode that I uploaded this morning because I didn't have it pre-recorded. I did it live and then I put it on the podcast.
yeah,
And to me, that's just, it's great because you're able to go live. You can interact with people. And it was cool that you were there this morning. I had like 5 or 6
yeah,
people sitting in there at 7 o'clock my time in the morning. I'm just running my mouth. The hard part is like I get on a roll when I do those short episodes, and like I get so passionate about what I'm doing, and then people start asking me questions, and I'm like, I can't answer that
I gotta
question right
go.
now. I'm talking. I can't, and I'm just like, I see you. Sorry, I'm rolling with this.
Yeah.
I mean, when you know what you're. I don't know. I was fired up this morning like that. I woke up to that text message, and I was just like, this makes no sense to me to the core of my being because I'm working so hard on competing with myself, you know, being the best person that I can be. And I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. I mean, like, I care that you're successful, but I don't care that you have more numbers than me. You know, like, that's the thing. Like, if you have more downloads than me, I don't care because you're doing your thing. I want you
Yeah.
to be successful, but I don't want to be your competition, just like you said. I want to be my competition.
Believe me, I have friends that blow my numbers out the water,
Yep.
and I'm more than happy for them. I'm excited for them. I'm glad that they're finding the success that they're finding. But when my time comes, my time will come,
Yeah.
and
The th-
and maybe it's not meant for me to have all those numbers. I'm supposed to reach the number of people that I'm supposed to reach.
yep.
That's how I believe. That's how I feel, and that's how I believe is the people that need to hear me will hear me. That's it. That's my purpose. Success to me is not having a whole bunch of is not having all these downloads. Success to me is being able to touch one person's life.
And that's a thing. Like you get that message, like when you get that message, what's that look like on your face when you get that message, right? Like I got one of those this morning. It's like, dude, you are doing so
Bro,
much. You are
there's
changing my.
there is there is no other greater feeling than to have someone tell you how you've impacted their life.
That's why I think that
There's no better feeling.
you need to rethink this. You don't want to be a coach because what you are is a teacher. That's what you are.
Okay.
I mean, I'm telling you, that's the you need to read. I know you read, so I'm going to tell you. You need to read "The Score Takes Care of Itself," Bill
The score
Walsh's
takes
book.
care of itself.
Yep, read that book.
Okay.
It will make you think in different ways. Um, I know you know who Bill Walsh is. If you don't, then
Of course.
we're going to
Of
hang up right
course.
now.
How would I not know the
I know
great coach
exactly.
of
I
the
know.
49ers? How would I
Yeah,
not know that?
I know. But
I'm a
he's
sports fan. I am a
yeah.
sports fan.
I know. That's why I said that. I wasn't going to really hang up. I knew you knew who he was. But yeah, I mean, it's tone at the top. It's like I'm the person who is willing to go jump in the sewer and clean the poop out of the sewer if I have to, because that's what I expect someone else to do. And if I expect someone else to do it, I damn well better be able to do it myself.
And that's one of the things that like people who tune into me and listen to me, especially people who've been podcasting for years, right? I've gotten some great compliments from people who've been doing it since like 2006 and stuff like that. They're like, when they see me do my show or when they were guests on my show, they're like, man, you would think this is something like you're a seasoned veteran. You wouldn't think that you've only been doing this a couple of years.
I
And
mean,
it's because of yeah, it's because of hard work and me wanting to learn and grow.
I have to say this though, like you are a seasoned veteran.
I know I'm not.
You are.
I'm still.
You are. What's okay? So you're a so what?
I'm a vet. I'm a vet, but I wouldn't say I'm seasoned. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
you're seasoned. I got no doubts of that. Here's the thing. You think about it. Okay. Well, let's say, okay, minimum 3 years, right? Let's say we're both about pretty close to 3 years, right?
To 3
When do you
years, yeah.
become a veteran?
True. I think
We
after
were
the first
rookies
year.
2 years ago, 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, this is true.
Yep.
All right.
I'm Aaron Judge about to get traded to the Giants.
Stop dreaming, man. Stop dreaming. Stop the dream.
It's happening. It's happening. I'm
It's not
sorry.
happening.
I'm sorry, but I'm not
It's
sorry.
not happening. But you know what? If it happens, it happens. One player doesn't make my team. That's
I
the
know.
difference. That's what
I'm
I'm
messing
saying.
with you.
But if he leaves, it's gonna hurt. It's
Yeah.
definitely gonna hurt. He is one of the greatest Yankees. But why would you want to leave New York?
Because he's from
I get
California.
it, you're a Cali kid. I get you're a Cali kid. But why would you want to leave New York? It's that the pinstripes.
Dude,
If
I
he
just
does, he leaves. If he leaves, he leaves. I wish him nothing but the best in
yeah.
his future endeavors. But I don't think he's leaving.
Dude.
I know. All you California people are wishing he goes somewhere. There's L.A. foaming at the mouth for him. There's San Fran. There's it, but
I
it,
think here's a deal. Like it would be nothing cooler than I think we had this conversation. I'm pretty sure you said you feel the same way. Bond's the home run king,
yeah.
right? Okay. So Bond's the home run king. Would it not be cool if Judge went to San Francisco and beat Bonds' record in San Francisco? I mean, I know it would be better
Well,
for you if he's a Yankee, but for me, it'd be like, holy shit, this is cool.
but that park. Look at the size of that park. Is it
Yeah.
okay? Yeah, he.
He's not
I
a
could imagine
lefty.
that.
That's the problem. Like if he's a lefty, then it would
But
be
he
really
doesn't.
cool.
He's not a pull hitter.
No.
He's not a pull hit. If you
Yeah.
see a lot of his home runs, a lot of his home runs aren't
I
to
do not
left field.
understand how that guy is a baseball player. He's
I,
6 foot
I was
freaking
eight,
six. Is it six?
six,
Eight? I
eight.
just was looking.
He's built like a linebacker,
6'7" is
or at
what
least
the
a power forward. He's
yeah
6'7", 6'8",
yeah. He's
built
a
like a
beast.
linebacker. He can play power forward on any team.
He can still
Play
dunk.
tight, play tight end on somebody's team. Yeah, definitely.
I'd like to see him go beat LeBron in a pickup game. Oh my
Oh
gosh, I hate
man.
LeBron.
Oh, you're not the only one. My boy Brian Snow really.
Oh,
So I do his show Thursdays and Fridays, and it's a live sports talk radio show. And Wednesdays they have Confessions of a Bronzexual, and
of LeBron,
it's
what?
just of a Confessions of a Bronzexual.
Bronze. Okay, this must be
Yeah.
something like yeah. No, we won't go into that, but you know what I'm thinking.
No, it's just people who just love LeBron
People who
so much.
identify as a
But
LeBron fan.
yes, identify as a LeBron
Yeah,
fan,
there we go.
and just he can do no wrong. That he is the greatest thing since sliced bread,
Oh, he's
and we just happen to just chop that down and just because and again, there's people out there that are delusional. They
they
have
definitely.
they think he is the greatest of all time. He's the greatest of your time, not of my time. My man, and I'm not even a Jordan's fan. I'm a Knicks fan, so
Yeah,
this hurts me to say. But the greatest of my time that I've seen play
yeah,
is Jordan, and a closely second to him is Kobe because Kobe was like a carbon copy of Jordan.
dude, Kobe. Yeah, Kobe. Kobe's an understatement for many people. Dude, if there's someone who works,
That's why a lot of people won't put him. They won't say he's the greatest because they feel he's a copy of Jordan. That's what because those are two of the those two players have this drive and
yeah,
this mentality about them that they're like, regardless of how many times I miss the shot, I am going to take the shot.
yeah. Well, I mean, how many times have you heard those stories about someone trying to get up before Kobe to go shoot, and Kobe's already been there for an hour? That's
Yeah.
like shooting. What do you mean? This is you got to practice this shit. I mean, it's
Yeah.
amazing. It's
And
amazing, and that's the
mhm.
thing that I love. That's what separates any of them. Do you think LeBron's out there? Like, I mean, I bet he's probably practicing, but do you think he's actually out there like Kobe was? And like, no,
No,
he's
no,
looking
because
for who's the
Kobe
best.
was Kobe.
I'm surprised he
Kobe,
hasn't tried to trade himself to Golden State yet. When's that going to happen?
that's never gonna happen. This Golden State Warriors don't want him. They're like,
No,
no,
exactly,
we're
because
good,
that's
we're good.
I just could see
But
it
to
that way.
me, but again, it's funny because to me, Steph has changed the game more than LeBron has.
Exactly.
Because now everybody wants to shoot. Now everybody wants to be Steph, and everybody wants to shoot, and it doesn't happen. But
I
hey,
was trying to remember. There's this meme that I saw, and it was Michael staring at Kobe, I think, and then I don't know. There was three guys staring at a player that was exactly like them, and I can't remember who the other two is. But Michael was staring at Kobe, and then the other two players were staring at. It was Rodman was staring at someone, and Curry was staring at someone, and then it was LeBron staring at a garbage can. It was like perfect. That's completely right.
um,
He can stare because that's who he is. Garbage.
Look, either you love him or you hate him.
Yeah.
That's how it is with him.
I'm not saying
It's
he's not a good player, but I mean the difference between him and Jordan was that Jordan took what he had and made them better. LeBron went
listen.
and found people to make his team better.
Oh, don't let
Or
my man Brian Snow don't let my man Brian Snow get on in on them because he's like LeBron is straight trash. He is trash as a basketball player. That's what he says. He
yeah,
does not like LeBron. He does not feel he's like does not feel that he's done anything to improve basketball whatsoever. Like to me, I feel LeBron is great in his own way. He's done things that, but again, I've seen Jordan and Kobe play, so that's
yeah.
why to me he can never be the greatest.
Dude, it's like I don't know if you and I have ever talked about this before, but it's like Pippen, right? Pippen writes this book and all he does is trash Jordan in this book because he was
Yeah,
there too. And it's like that's what LeBron reminds me of. It's like you're riding the coattails of someone else to try and make it look like you. I mean, I'm not saying that Pippen didn't contribute.
no, Scotty was great in his own way,
Yeah, he
but
was.
let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. Scotty wouldn't have been where he's at without Jordan.
Yeah. Would Scotty have been like so Scotty
Scotty,
comes out, gets drafted, and he goes to the Hornets. Is Scotty going to be the same player for the Hornets? Is he going to have the same long career that he had
yeah,
not playing with Jordan?
would
Hell
he
no.
have been one of the top 50 players had he not played with Jordan?
Nope.
I don't think so.
No
I
doubt
don't
about that.
know.
Dude,
So
and his bourbon,
Jordan,
I want to try his bourbon, but it's freaking $70. I'm not paying $70 for something I don't know what it is.
$70 for bourbon?
Yeah, for his bottle of bourbon, it's $70. I'm like, no, I'm good. It's like called
Yeah,
Digits
okay.
or something like that. And
Oh, I'm good. You can enjoy anyone out there. I can enjoy digits if you want, but I'm not paying $70 for no bottle.
yeah, I mean, I'll take it if you want to send it to me. I'll take it, but I'm not buying it.
If you would like, if someone out there would like to at digits would like for us to review it,
Yep,
you can
send it
always send
to
us a
us.
bottle.
We'll check it out. Scotty's
Now,
gonna be pissed because we're talking shit about him. We're not getting no free digits.
Yeah. All right. Sorry.
Oh man, it's all right. It's all right. You're speaking truth. That's all there is to it. So, so what do you got going on, man? What's you're going live every what 3 days a week? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. Uh, I just did a live right before this. Right after this, I'm gonna record Poppy J and Wise for the show we do Friday nights that we release 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central on the BS3 network. It's on the Roku channel.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah,
How's the radio station going?
it's sadly, but I have to let it go. It's too much. It's too much. Yeah, I'm have to let it go, and it was a great experience though.
Is it so like is it going away or is someone gonna do it for you or what's the deal?
No, it's gonna
It's
go
just
away. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of dedication, and funding isn't there.
yeah.
So eventually, when I'm able to focus on it and help it grow, and the funding is there to keep it going, then I might go back to doing it.
Well,
But
the
it was
thing
a great
is
experience. It
yeah,
was a great experience, though.
that's the thing though. Like here we go again. We're
It's a
talking
lesson.
about a pivot, right? We're doing something, we're testing it, it's not working. So what do? We shift. We shift
Yeah,
from audio to
I'm
live, we shift
I'm
from
not. Yeah,
whatever.
I'm not. And I'm not bitter over it. It to me it was a lesson. It was a great experience to be able to say I had my own radio station,
Yeah.
and I got to experience programming a radio station, and I got to experience recruiting people to actually bring their network shows onto the network and all that. So it was a great learning experience for me.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. I'm happy. It was. It's just a footnote. It's just something that
Yeah.
helped me develop and grow. It's the next evolution.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is. It's continuing to move forward.
Yeah.
So you
But
got a lot of good
it's
things
very
going on.
nice.
I'm excited to see what happens. Um,
Oh man, I have actually the show that I just finished doing. He's in New York and he's a operations manager and all this, and he actually is working with some community leaders in the Bronx about starting mentorship programs in schools.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, and he kind of was like, yeah, and I want you to kind of come down and come speak in some of the schools once I get it situated. And I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, well, tell me when and where. I definitely want to give back to the community. I definitely want to give back to the youth and be able to mentor people, because even now as an adult, I have a couple of mentors and coaches that I work with.
That's the thing. Like, I think that one of the big things that we can tell people is that mentoring, coaching, networking, these are all things that put you in the right circle to make things happen. I need to be better
Yeah.
about like my networking because I feel like I've missed opportunities to have different guests on because I haven't pushed the envelope. Like I feel like if I had a guest on, like so say for instance, I have you on and I say, hey, let me know if there's anyone that you think that would be a good fit for my show. Send it my way. You know, like continue to push that out because one of the
Referrals. You need those referrals.
yep,
Definitely.
exactly. Well, man, it has been awesome. As normal, we got to do this a little more often. And I'm thinking, I'm just trying to figure out where my time is ridiculous. I got to make this
I
thing.
feel you.
I
I
got to
feel
make it
you,
work.
man.
Yeah,
Believe me.
you're doing like
And
everything too, and I'm just like, it's like, oh, we got to find time. We got to find time.
yeah, it was, but it'll happen. It will happen. Definitely happen. And it's it's the journey, man. I'm having a
Hmm.
great time. Like, it's a lot of work, but at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it's going to be all worth it.
Yeah, for sure. That's the thing. You see, I can't remember what book it is, but the guy talks about beginning with the end in mind, like seeing what's going to happen, and then when you get to me, like it's like when you get to the end, it's not the end. You just start
You know,
over. You
you
now
should
you
start.
start
Yeah,
changing things around and building things up. So
yeah, definitely.
yeah. Well, hey man, I'm gonna go eat some dinner with the family and get ready for One Drink Wednesday. That's tonight as well.
I'll
So
tune in. I'll tune in. I might even come in live with you. I don't know.
yeah,
It's up
let us know.
depends.
We're there. We're there.
I know. I know. I always stop by once in a while.
Yep. All right, man. Well, it's good talking. Can't wait to do this again.
Always a pleasure, brother.
Yep. All right, man. We'll talk to you later.
Later.